New York Alt Arts Academy. New York Alt Arts Academy. For the dead we set my heart. So they tasted I could say. But knowing of what lesson waiting for.
Hey guys, welcome. If you are here, I see we have some people watching. We're going to get started very soon. I'm really excited for today. I know I say that pretty much every week, but it's true. Every week. Today's topic is generally going to focus around making promotional videos for your book, because it's like you have your book, it's ready to go, you want to sell it, or even maybe give it away for free, but you don't know the best way to make videos specifically to promote it. So this is going to help you out with that. While we are getting ready to get started, does anyone have any questions or comments? How's everyone's day going? If the music is too loud and you're having a hard time hearing me or understanding me, let me know.
New York Alt Arts Academy. 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 You fight for Lord to gotta say. You fight for Lord to gotta say. A New York Alt Arts draw some light of how you feel is now. What I'm rolling up, so you're rolling up. New York Alt Arts Academy.
We debuted these new Alt Arts Academy songs last week. What do you guys think of it? I love it.
Fight out my heart and set it. Fight out my heart and set it. New white to some is evident. New white to some is evident. In New York, good outside. Doesn't matter how you feel inside. But I'm rolling up, and so you're rolling up. New York Alt Arts Academy. New York Alt Arts Academy. New York Alt outside. Doesn't matter how you feel the same. But I'm rolling up, and so you're rolling up.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up? I'm in. Look at that. The pictures changed back.
They did.
Yeah. This
We're
is,
waiting for some more viewers.
what do you mean?
We usually have some more at this point.
Well, I mean, maybe the email was sent out with the wrong date on it. That could have happened today.
Perhaps. But we do have people who are subscribed and get the notification and are repeat viewers.
Indeed. Makes complete sense.
That's weird. As soon as you came in and started speaking, the background music got much quieter.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think maybe it was just that song because now it's loud again.
That's because I turned it up a bit.
Oh.
but it doesn't sound loud to me.
I mean, it's not loud, but it's loud enough. It's like about half the volume of my voice.
Yeah, I guess that's about right.
I gotta say, making music with AI is so fun. I mean, yes, for stupid stuff like this, but also making really cool stuff too.
I agree. I won't go into specifics about who, what, and why, but I used AI to make an image last night for something, and I shared it with the group. And at first, everybody loved it, and then someone asked how I made it, and I said AI, LOL, and they like reacted with a crying face. And I asked why the crying face, and then they just reacted with a sad face. And I'm like, oh. But at first, everybody loved what I made. Probably to avoid an argument or whatever, they didn't say what was with the sad emojis.
I'm having a text, not a fight, but we are sending insults back and forth with Rebecca.
Oh.
And on one of the insults, on one of the things, well, her thing is she always likes to send me anything that mentions a fart. She'll like say, "Hey, Victor, I saw a movie about you," and then she'll send a movie poster that says "fart head" or something.
Oh my god!
And then, because she has big boobs, I got her because I said, "Hey, there's a picture of you online where you can totally see you can totally see like your whole boob." And she goes, "What? No." And then I sent her a picture of the Death Star.
Oh my god. And for the people out there, who is Rebecca?
Rebecca's one of my best friends in the world and a business partner.
I mean, I knew that. We have a comment from ABTW2 saying, "Hello, everyone. Hope all is well." Yes, hello to you too, and hello everyone. I hope that everything is well with y'all as well. And thank you, ABTWT, for coming back. All right, 2 minutes.
Yep, I'm starting to close extraneous tabs.
Yep, same.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. About a minute to go. You just about ready?
I am completely ready, and I'm ready to zip through this and be done.
Amazing. Oh, here comes Kitten.
And then I might go get a some ice cream or a Cinnabon or something else celebratory.
They make Cinnabon Sundays now. What are you celebrating?
I don't know, just like I've done a lot. Time to pat myself on the back a little bit.
All right. Self-care. Reward yourself.
New York Arts Academy. New York Arts Academy. New York Arts Academy.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! All right, we are here. We are ready to go.
Indeed, here we are, everybody, and welcome back to another installment of the Arts Academy podcast. I'm Dean Victor Varnado, ready to
And
teach some people some stuff. I paused for you, but then you didn't say anything, so I jumped in. So go
I
go
started.
for it. Go for it now.
I am Rachel Teichman, LCSW, co-producer, co-host, and co-partier.
And today, what we're going to do is we're just going to continue our series on social media content. If you remember last week, we talked about picking a format, and I talked about one of the formats that I picked. And one of the things that we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to make that format that I picked, which was the style of a. I use it kind of like a book promo, but it's like it's basically an audiogram, just kind of like a stylized audiogram. If you don't know what an audiogram is, it's something that they started calling things back when they used to advertise podcasts by taking a caption, timing it to the speaking, and putting that caption over a video or a still image. And so that's a thing. That's where audiograms came from. Sometimes they would also have the waveform of the audio on the thing as well. So what I'm doing is like kind of like a stylized version of that. But we're going to talk about a couple of things when we're talking about the stylized version of that. The number one thing we're going to talk about is what makes something good to bulk produce, or how to bulk produce, and then how this would be bulk produced, and then I will show you it. And in fact, why don't we can you grab a couple of examples of these? It's on the they're on the front page of Magic Fiction Writer.
Okay.
So if you go to if you go to they're on the front page, and just be ready to share them, like the different versions of the these audiograms. And then so I'm just going to start with sharing my screen first and talk about what makes something easy to bulk produce. Okay, so what we're going to do today, it has 5 steps, as you can see. So those of you who can't, here is what it says. Step number 1, we're going to pick the excerpt that we're going to use in the audiogram. Then we're going to create a voiceover. Then we're going to create a background image. Then we're going to create music, and then we're going to add captions, and then we're going to be done. And then why don't we look at what this looks like together, and then we'll talk about how we break this up for production and how that translates to also bulk production. Okay, are you ready?
Me?
Rachel, yes.
What do you need? I was queuing up the videos.
I need the videos.
Oh, got you. All right. I have the third one that I still need to queue
Just
up.
queue up one. Queue up one at a time.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Let's share one first with audio.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
Okay, this is great. Go ahead, play it.
A rhythmic pulse that resonated with the thudding in her chest. With trembling hand, she reached for the door, her mind racing with possibilities. She could turn back, pretend she hadn't heard anything, but the allure of the unknown was too potent to resist. With a deep breath, she pulled the door open, wincing as it creaked on its hinges. The moment she stepped inside, the world outside faded into...
That's great. Okay, now play part of the horror one.
Air was...
Oh, okay.
Great. Okay, I think that is actually the one that people responded to the most online. Like, we put up a clip from a horror story, from a romance story, and from like a thriller, and then I think it was the romance story that people responded to the most with like the most likes.
Wait, did you?
And it's like really sappy, over the top too. It's really funny.
Did you just say to queue up the vampire one?
I said the horror one.
Oh, the horror one. Got you. All right, here we go.
All right, there it is.
There was something off about him, an aura of menace that sent chills down her spine. "We're not afraid of you," she declared, though her voice wavered slightly. "No, you should be," the sheriff replied, his eyes flickering with an unnatural light. "You have no idea what you're dealing with." Suddenly, the ground beneath them trembled, and the air crackled with energy. Krell's breath caught in his throat, his body rigid with fear. "He's not who he seems," he whispered urgently, but the words were drowned out by the chaos erupting around them.
All right, there we go. Good enough. Okay, so you get it. Do we have some comments that we need to go to? Or
Yeah, we do.
Right.
From AVTWT, those are good. I've been making book promo videos all wrong. TWT, how have you been making them? And we'll come back.
Was there another one besides that? Or that's the only one? Okay, great. Okay, so let's get to it, shall we? I do want to say that one of the things that I really like about this process, we'll talk about this, is about the we'll talk about the different tools that I'm going to use. You can actually use like a lot of different tools to do this. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so let me talk about what makes something possible to produce as like a series. So for instance, these videos that you just saw, I could produce 50 of them and release them over time. I could produce 50 of them on one day. And that's what makes something good as a choice for being bulk produced, where you can like cut the pieces up. Everything that you produce has 3 parts. I'm just breaking this down like we do in the television world or production world. Everything has 3 parts: pre-production, production, and post-production. Everything you do before you make media, and the planning, the making of the media, and then of course the making everything look good and put together properly at the end. In this case, the pre-production would be picking the excerpt and maybe creating the excerpt earlier. That's the writing. The production is creating the voiceover, creating the background, and creating the music. And then of course the actually and post-production is all of this too, because once putting them all together is what we consider post-production. Once all the pieces of media are made, then we have to put them all together. And then although that is kind of like smashed together, but the idea is that you could have someone do 30 versions of step 1 and then pass that on to someone else who does 30 versions of step 2. So you can make it a conveyor belt. That's what makes something possible to be easily bulk produced. And if you plan correctly, then you can make content for your brand that you can release over time with one of the services where you can schedule your content to be released, and then you can match larger brands in the amount of content they put out with just a little bit of planning.
And we have a
question?
Yeah, we have a comment. TWT says he says, "I have the audio describing the book instead of an excerpt like it should be."
Yeah, well, I mean,
that's the thing.
I think that you can I think that anything can work, and I think there's different ideas. I just think that having an excerpt from a book, especially if it's like an emotional excerpt, is very, very powerful, obviously. And so the reason I fell in love with putting it together this particular way is because I like radio plays that are done really well, and that's what this feels like to me, like a good radio play. In fact, I would probably even add sound effects and stuff myself later on. All right, so let's talk about how we do things. So I pick excerpts. This is the excerpt that I picked. Excerpt. This is the excerpt that I picked. And then the way I pick excerpts is I want a simple, easy to understand beginning for the audience. I want something meaningful to happen within the passage, and then I usually like some sort of like punchline or beat at the end, just like to kind of put a stomp on it. But as long as like, you know, hooks the audience in, something substantial happens, good ending, that's enough. All right, so the excerpt has been picked. I picked that even before we started. But let's make a voiceover. Now, you can use a lot of different tools to make voiceovers. My favorite tool right now is absolutely free, and it is in Google AI Studio. And so we're going to go over to Google AI Studio. I'm going to show you how the voiceover is made, and I'm also going to show you how you can direct it. You can experiment with this yourself. Hold on, let me bring it up. Okay, here we are at Google AI Studio. Okay, all you have to do to find it is just Google AI Studio. All right, so Google AI Studio, it is so it can have up to 2 different speakers saying different things, which is great. But the thing that's even better is before it starts, you get to give it direction on how it should speak. And this is by far the simplest. There are other models where you can direct the acting of the voiceover and it sounds pretty good, but a lot of them it's very hard to direct because you have to put tags throughout on like letters and sentences that you want things to change at, rather than the AI making the decision itself to perform well. This one is one where it performs well. It just decides to perform well when you give it good instructions. And I'll show you the instructions I give it that work. First, let me show you how it performs when you give it no instructions. Okay.
Chloe, look at this. The Eiffel Tower lights up every hour at night. We have to see it from the Trocadero and then race to a Bateau Mouche for the river view. It's going to be epic.
I saw that, Liam.
Is that what
It
you're
does
doing?
sound
Okay.
spectacular. A real Parisian icon,
Rachel,
known for its
are you
dazzling
playing
beauty
that?
and romantic atmosphere.
Playing what? I
Oh.
thought you were playing that.
Teleport there right now.
Was that else? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. I guess it was, I didn't, maybe I activated it by accident. Anyway, that's fine. Okay. But now you heard. Okay. So let's show you what happens when we use our audio. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the thing that I want and I'm putting it under the speaker tag for speaker 1. So like when you say speaker 1 : or speaker 2 : then it'll put that under each person's voice. It'll automatically recognize it. I only need one speaker, so I just put it under speaker 1. And then what I'm going to direct here is I'm just going to, what I usually say is something to the extent of you're dramatically reading a story, and I tell it what kind of story it's reading, and then I'd say I want you to emphasize the emotional impact of each sentence, and then I say I want you to embody the characters, and then I also say I want you to then I also say I want you to speak at a quick pace, because it reads kind of slow on its own. So I always end by saying read at a quick pace. I want it to embody the characters. That's what gets it to do voices for the characters. Like without it, it'll basically make the dialogue of each character sound very similar. But if you tell it to embody the characters, it'll try to do like a voice for each character, which I thought was awesome. and then and the rest I think just makes sense. Like obviously, like, you know, relish the language, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So let's just put in something like that. That as an adventure story. Relish each sentence and deliver impact. Embody the characters. Read and then at a quick pace. And usually this sounds pretty good. So we're going to have this run. So it's going to cook in the background. And then while it's cooking in the background, why don't we talk about making a graphic? All right. So the tool I like to use to make a graphic is Ideogram. You can use any tools. You can use ChatGPT. There's lots of free tools. Google AI Studio has a free tool. So this is just the one that I choose because like it's great with text, and it's good for making like just fake book covers, which is exactly what I need in this case. And so for this, all I do is describe it very, very simply. A detailed oil painting of a muscular male warrior and a lady and a rat lady druid and a rabbit person rogue warrior. This should say C, a ghastly apparition of an evil wizard in a large ancient library with the title The Idiots and the Obelisk appears in the top in an aged textured font. Okay, so then with that, put that in here, choose the side. Whoa, hold on a second. Did you hear that? No?
No.
Okay. The thing finished and it started talking at full volume.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So we'll go back to that in 1 second. All right. But anyway, so this I use the magic prompt on because it usually makes it better than what you would do on your own. It kind of like goes through and says, what are your intentions? Let me make this better for you. But let's do one with prompt on, one with prompt off, so you can just see what comes out of it. Oh, whoops, I just did 16.9 and I meant 9.16. I am not a smart guy. Okay, 9.16.
What was with that self-deprecation?
What do you mean?
You said, I am not a smart guy.
Right, because I did the thing at 16.9 rather than 9.16.
Oh, I know.
And?
Didn't have to be self-deprecating.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that how I should act? Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks for the great idea about how my personality should be like.
Well, that's not personality. That's self-esteem.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
sorry. I didn't know what I was doing with myself.
Who's
Thanks.
the mental health professional here?
Thanks for the unsolicited tips.
You're welcome. Licensed mental health professional here.
Really?
Yes.
If you're licensed, you really shouldn't be doing it just out in the public in the wild and not in a controlled environment. That seems to be that would be an issue.
I'm not giving you clinical treatment nor making clinical assessments or anything like that.
Oh, so you're not telling me anything that I want to hear or that I asked for. So anyway, there we have it. Idiots and the Obelisk. This is, wait, is this the one with it on or with it off? Hold on, let me see. This is the one with it off, and this is what it looks like with it on. These coming up right here. You can also see kind of a version of this. Like this was, I think that was the bottom off. I don't know which was off on that one, guys. I don't know. I guess I'm just so good at prompting, I can't tell the difference. Well, it looks like when these are on, it just gives more details, and in some case turned the ghost green. I kind of like some of them with the magic prompt off, though, I would say. I mean, this guy, I need a haircut.
I was just looking at that one. Yeah, I like that a lot.
All right, I'm going to copy that. All right, so I'm just going to take this and put it in my editing program, which will be Descript in this case. But you can use any editing program. But in this case, I'm going to use Descript, which is my favorite right now for doing short things.
Descript, please sponsor us. We advertise you all the time because we love you.
There is an old one. Let's make a brand new thing. Okay, so all right. I'm just throwing this in here so I have it. And you can use, of course, any editing software you want. This isn't an editing thing, but you could use Premiere, Adobe and Canva, I believe, both have free editors that do like captions and things like that. So like you could use any editing program you want. Okay, so let's listen to the performance that we got back here from the voiceover. Here we go. And here we go. I guess here it is.
The trio froze. Before them, a ghostly figure began to materialize, a translucent image of Wesson himself, his features twisted in an expression of anguish. Wisps of energy crackled around him, flickering like candle flames. Wesson? Carrot gasped, stepping back. You're alive? Wesson interrupted, his voice as hollow as his...
So that's cool. It's great because he's doing different voices for the different characters, which is awesome. However, I forgot to pick the voice that I wanted because I don't like that guy's voice. All right, here's how you do that in this software. Under the speaker, you can choose voice, and you can go down here and you can cast it.
What kind of problem could we solve?
Oh, that's a good adventure voice. Let's see this one.
What idea do you want to bring to life?
Is that the same voice?
What kind of
No, it is not. It is not the same voice.
No.
are you thinking of?
Got a project in mind?
That's cool.
What do you want to explore?
That one's a cool voice too.
Ready to make something amazing?
Oh, this is the guy. Let's go. This guy's gonna do it. All right.
I'm surprised that's the voice you're going with.
Well, it is what it is. That guy is gonna make it happen. So where are we now? Let's look at what we're doing. We have picked our excerpt. Okay, we are creating the voiceover. We created the background image. We haven't created music yet, and then we have to add captions. Let's create some music, shall we? So this is a ghost appears. What happens in this scene is a ghost appears, tries to warn them. They get snotty with the ghost. The ghost calls them stupid and disappears. So that's what happens in this scene. So let's get some scary music. One of my favorite things to do with one of the music creating programs called Suno is that Suno has the ability where you can actually just put something in that is just the emotion of what you want, and it'll make music that fits that emotion. In this case, I want creeping horror with sorry, the voiceover is starting to happen. The voiceover was happening. I cut it off. Creeping horror with a little comedy. With a bit of whimsy, and let's say I want it with orchestral instruments. And that's enough. I mean, especially for a little thing like this. Obviously, if you're going to use AI to make music and making something more complicated than just like background music, like there's a lot more to it. But for something like this, it really is. You could just pick instrumental, tell it what kind of music that you want, what emotion you're trying to get, what kind of instrumentation, and it'll give you different versions. Let's listen to them. That's too fast paced. I think that this might be perfect for what I'm looking for. Yeah, with that dude's deep voice plus this, I think we have a wiener chicken dinner. Okay, so it's still making this happen. Yeah. All right, so let's it's still rendering. So let's go back to here and hear what our performance is like. Here we go.
Can I give a tip first?
Can you what?
Give a tip first?
Sure.
Yeah. So if you're not great at prompting and you're not exactly sure like what to prompt, you could put your excerpt into something like ChatGPT and ask it to write prompts for the music or the book cover or whatever you're making, whatever assets you're making.
True.
And
All
we
right.
have a comment from Rolando Vargas saying, "Hi, Victor. Hi, everyone." Wave emoji.
Hello.
Hey, Rolando. My name is Rachel. Nice to meet you as well. And hello.
Okay, so now we're going to play back the performance here so we can listen to it.
Twisted in an expression of anguish. Wisps.
Hold on.
The trio froze. Before them, a ghostly figure began to materialize. A translucent
I love this
image of
guy's voice.
Wesson himself, his features twisted in an expression of anguish. Wisps of energy crackled around him, flickering like candle flames. "Wesson?" Garrett gasped, stepping back. "You're alive?" Wesson interrupted, his voice as hollow as his large, vacant eyes. "No, I am but a remnant of what I was. I warn you, strangers."
Okay, that's great. He may be a little more dramatic than I want, but it works. Okay. All right, but that's gonna work just fine. Let me click the download button here. I'm gonna download this. I have a special folder where I'm downloading this. This is chapter 4. Calling it chapter 4 VO. All right, so we have just about everything we need. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to go back here, and since this is cooked, I am going to download this music as well.
We have a comment from ABTWT. We have a comment from ABTWT saying, "This is exactly what I needed to get more eyes on my books." Amazing. Let us know how effective this ends up being for you.
Yeah, I bet it can be, because I think that even though I just started doing these, like I mean, we've seen that, people have liked them. I mean, they haven't scored as big as some of my other videos I've been making recently because I've been focusing on that, but people do like them, so that's interesting. All right, let's get back to Descript and put all this stuff together. Okay, and I have to, how do I have to share Descript in a different way. Let's see. Everybody, we're sharing the screen in a different way. If we share the screen, I can't share audio. That's unfortunate.
Wait, you said if you share the screen, you can't share audio?
It won't let you share audio if I'm sharing the full screen.
Oh.
There may be a workaround. Hold on a second.
On what program?
That's StreamYard.
No, I mean, like, from where are you trying to share screen and audio?
I'm trying to share my screen, my computer screen, using StreamYard. It would share all programs on my screen, not just one.
Oh.
It would share my screen.
Oh, I don't know. It works with browser tabs.
I know.
Huh.
Anyway, I found a workaround, which is that Descript has an online editor. So I can actually just open up the online editor and then share audio through there. Boom.
And we have some comments. TWT says, "Something else I tried that worked a little was using Notebook LM and feeding it the manuscript. It makes a podcast style audio." Oh, and they commented that twice. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know what that is too. And then, although that, of course, that's different from what we're doing right now. The thing that I like about what we're doing right now is to control it more like a production, because I'm a person who's like, I want something to be like dramatic, so I'm trying to make this dramatic. Okay, so let's do a couple of the things that we need to do. First, one thing that is weird, if you're going to use Descript specifically with Google AI Studio, for some reason, unless you re-export the audio in another program, it will skip. Like the file will screw up in Descript, the audio file. So I just have to like open the audio file and then save it again with something like QuickTime. In fact, I'm doing that right now.
That has not been my experience. Interesting.
Although I wasn't doing it with Descript online.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I haven't had that problem with the desktop software, so that's interesting.
I don't know, but then again, I've also been making long clips, so I don't know if you made short clips, because a short clip will work, but a longer clip like this, if I don't resave it, it has a problem. So how can I grab it right now? Where is it? It's in here. I'm just looking. Everyone, I'm looking through my drive, trying to remember exactly where I put the thing so I can just get this done. Okay, well, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to copy it in. The audio is going to screw up because I didn't resave it, but oh wait, maybe there's a way to grab. I found it. Sorry. I'm going to resave the audio. And in fact, if you want to see, I'll show you exactly how I do that. Let's go, everybody. Let's share. We have to share the screen different. You're not going to hear any audio this time, but you're going to see it happen in front of you. Okay, and here we go. Okay, so all I have to do is go to the VO, which I had, chapter for VO, and I open it with QuickTime. Come on, QuickTime, let's go. Wake up. There you are.
All through K-12, my teachers had used QuickTime a lot, and they would be complaining about it constantly and how it was always messing up.
I actually opened VLC player, not QuickTime. I don't know why I did that. I may have clicked on the wrong thing. Probably because I'm a stupid.
I wonder if my teachers just like were bad at tech, that like they were always complaining about QuickTime.
Probably.
Yeah. So I've never really had a problem.
People complain about a lot of tech stuff. And obviously me, a person who makes software, I hear people complain about tech stuff a lot. I had this one person who kept sending me these angry emails about resetting their password, and I was like, and then finally I was like, what happened when you click the forgot password button? And then they wrote back, oh, that worked.
Oh my god.
And I was like, yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna find you, dude. I'm gonna find you and throw you out a window.
I only have one.
You can't really do that to people, though.
No, you can't. But that is called defenestration. I only have one real.
Throwing someone out of a window is called defenestration, or jumping out of a window is called defenestration.
Throwing someone out of a window is called defenestration.
So jumping is not defenestration?
It might also be, but I know for sure throwing someone out of a window is defenestration.
Got it. Okay. Anyway, back to the VO. So we got the VO ready. And now let's take that VO. We will bring that over into Descript. And then now I'm going to go back to sharing Descript so I can get the audio through the screen. I'm so patient with the Descript right now, all this technology. Here we go. All right. So with Descript, it'll ask you if you want it to identify speakers. I don't really care right now because I'm just making this thing. But bear in mind that again, you can use any software. You don't have to use this particular software. What happened? Oh, it made a new thing for the thing. That's okay. I'm just going to bring the picture back in, copy that image.
It made a new thing for the thing?
It made a new project window. So I'm just bringing in the picture. Because when I brought in the audio, it made a new project window. Because I had previously made a project window for the image. So I just brought the image over to the new project window with the audio. Anyway, here we go. So the basics of this are almost all done. Let's just do all the basics really quick. So we're going to bring in the music too. Music is pretty easy. With Descript, you can actually just drag and drop the music in. So I'm just going to drag the music right by the T at the beginning of the sentence, and then it pops the music in. All done. And then the next thing I would want to do is I would want to add captions. So that is actually pretty easy. I just click on the captions button. They have some pre-made captions. It just so happens this works great for storytelling because it looks like a typewriter. So let's bring that out here, and it should throw it in there. Boom, it did. Great. Here they are. And I'm going to change the size of these captions to about 75. And then the basics are actually done. Let's look at the basics, everybody.
The trio froze. Before them, a ghostly figure began to materialize, a translucent image of Wesson himself, his features twisted in an expression of anguish. Wisps of energy crackled around him, flickering like candle flames. Wesson? Garrett gasped, stepping back. You're alive? Wesson interrupted, his voice as hollow as his large, vacant eyes. No, I am but a remnant of what I was. I warn you, strangers, do not seek to alter fate. The talisman you seek will not grant you what you desire. Marianne's breath caught in her throat. I feel like that's the kind of thing every ghost says. Why should we listen to you anyway? All you did was hurt people. He lowered his head, the sorrow evident in his spectral form. I sought to conquer death, to bring back what was lost, but I lost everything. My sanity, my humanity. Suddenly, Wesson's demeanor changed from gentle foreboding, and the room grew darker around him as he pointed toward the three heroes. You stand on the precipice of a choice. Beware, simpletons. With that, the ghostly figure began to fade, his mournful expression lingering for a moment longer before the whispers receded into an unsettling silence, leaving the trio in a thick shroud of dread. What the hell was that? Carrot exclaimed, her voice trembling as she took a step back, her bravado completely shattered. Did a ghost just call us stupid?
All right, there you have it. Okay, so with this, the stuff that needs to be done still is obviously this needs to be edited. Quotation marks need to be put where they should be put. And then, of course, you can also control when it breaks. You can see, like, with almost every sentence, it'll reset with almost every sentence when it's doing the captions, but you can also control that to some extent too, because it'll automatically try to caption one sentence together. But then if you put carriage returns, or I guess it's not carriage returns anymore, everybody. It's pretty antique of me. But if you put returned characters or new line characters, it'll also refresh the screen every time you do that as well. So you can control it by just like how you split up the text as well. And that's it. You've learned everything that you need to know to make these for yourself. Are there any questions before we shut it down?
Yeah, we'll wait a moment for any comments that may come in. And you can use this technique for lots of different things. Book promos, regular social media videos, lots of things.
I actually think that someone speaking and also with animated text on the screen is like a very powerful attention grabber. And if you're saying something interesting and it's presented well, like I mean, yes, it does work for this, but like Rachel said, it could work for many formats very well.
Yeah, like we use a very similar strategy to this for making like our WikiListen videos.
Actually, we do, and we have a couple of those have got hundreds of thousands of views.
Yeah, a few of them.
Yeah.
ABTWT says great video. John Hipsley says thank you, thank you, relevant, practical, and engaging. Yes, thank you for saying that.
No problemo. We enjoy it.
I think this is one of our best workshops.
Oh, you've said that before after other workshops, so great. We're stacking them up.
No, I've said it a few times, but not every single time.
I wouldn't expect that you had said it every single time. And I also, that is not what I said.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying it's a rarity for me to say that. They just keep getting better and better.
Great. All right, everybody. I will say this. This is over for today. I'm gonna go relax for a little bit, maybe take a walk.
Gonna get that Cinnabon Sunday.
Might happen.
All right.
All right. There we go. The idiots and the obelisk.
Well, thanks everybody.
Go ahead. This is, you can say thanks everybody. I'll say a closing statement, but this is just like
Okay,
my nerdiness. I want to talk about being a nerd for a second.
Yeah, but we do have a question.
Yes.
John Hipsley asks, could you list the software used next to each function?
Could I list it next to each function? Oh, you want me to type? So gross.
And Rolando Vargas says, thank you.
I will say what they are right now. Here it is. Picking my excerpt, I used my brain. I looked at the text and I picked what I liked. The writing originally is a combination of the fiction writer plus an edit of mine. So I started with the magic fiction writer. Creating the voiceover was Google AI Studio text to speech. Google AI Studio text to speech. Creating the background, I used ideogram, and that's one of my favorite. But you could use anything. You could use ChatGPT for most of this actually. Mm-hmm. And then creating music, I used Suno. Suno AI, is it? No,
Yes.
Suno.com.
Oh, Suno.com. And as you're saying this, I'm typing it all out and I'll put it in the comments.
Awesome. And then for the editing and adding the captions and all that other stuff, I used Descript. DSCRIPT. Yeah, it is pretty impressive software at this point. It's getting big.
Yeah, they keep improving it.
Yes.
All right. I think that's all the software, right?
That's all the software that we used. Yes.
Okay. So I just put it in the captions. So yeah, there you go. Or not the captions, the comments.
Right on, everybody. Thanks for a good class and have a good day.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us today. Check us out at magicbookifyer.ai and magicfictionwriter.com.
The easiest thing, go to supremerobot.com. It's all there.
True that. And please hit like, subscribe, and hit the bell so that way you get the notifications, you know when a new video is coming out, and it really, really helps us. And it's free for you. So thanks, everybody. I love you.
Right on, everybody. Bye-bye.